Two brothers gave the world the sky. They never finished high school, never had money, never had connections, and by the end, one of them was dead before 50. The other spent his final years alone, estranged from the sister who helped make it all possible. This is not just the story of the first flight. This is the story of what it cost. Dayton, Ohio, 1878. A traveling preacher comes home from a trip with a toy for his two younger sons. It's small, made of cork, paper, and bamboo. A rubber band twists to spin its blades. It's a toy helicopter. Wilbur is 11, Orville is 7. They play with it until it breaks, then they build their own. Nobody in that house knows it yet, but something just got planted that will not stop growing. Wilbur grows into a sharp, ambitious teenager, star student, athletic, confident. He's already planning to attend Yale. Then, in the winter of 1885, everything changes in one moment. During a hockey game, another player's stick slams into his face. The injury heals, but something else doesn't. Wilbur falls into a deep depression. He drops his plans for college. He stops socializing. For years, he barely leaves the family house, caring for his sick mother, reading obsessively, withdrawing from the world completely. His brother, Orville, meanwhile, is a different kind of restless, curious, mechanical. He starts a small printing business as a teenager, and later, Wilbur joins him. Together, they open a bicycle shop. It's practical, it's steady, it pays the bills, but bicycles are not what these brothers are thinking about. In 1896, a German engineer named Otto Lilienthal is killed testing one of his gliders. It's front-page news across the world. Wilbur reads every article he can find. Something about Lilienthal's death doesn't just sadden him, it obsesses him. That same year, Orville nearly dies too, not from flying, but from typhoid fever. He's bedridden for months. Wilbur barely leaves his side. While nursing his brother back from the edge of death, Wilbur starts reading everything he can on flight: physics, bird movement, wing structure, Lilienthal's failed theories. By the time Orville recovers, both brothers are infected with the same idea. Humans can fly. Nobody has figured out how yet, and they intend to be first. There's someone else in this story who rarely gets credit: their younger sister, Catherine. She's the only Wright sibling with a college degree, sharp, organized, fiercely loyal. While her brothers spend years experimenting, she manages their finances, their correspondence, their public image. Historians later call her the third Wright brother. Without her, this story might not exist at all. For years, the brothers build gliders, test them, watch them fail, rebuild. They study birds for hours, trying to understand something no scientist of their era fully grasps. How does a wing actually create lift? They build their own wind tunnel from scratch just to test their calculations, because the existing data from other engineers is wrong and they know it. December 17, 1903, Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Cold wind, a stretch of empty sand. A machine held together by wood, wire, and years of obsession. Orville lies down at the controls. The engine roars. The machine lifts. 12 seconds, that's it. 12 seconds in the air. But it's enough. Humans can fly. You'd think this is where the story turns into pure triumph. It doesn't. Almost nobody believes them. Newspapers barely cover it. Some outright call it a hoax. For years, the Wright brothers struggle to get anyone, the government, the public, investors, to take their inventions seriously. So they do something that will define the rest of their lives. They go quiet. They keep flying, keep improving, but they stop showing the public much of anything, terrified someone will steal their design before they can protect it legally. That fear becomes justified. As their success finally starts to build, a wealthy, aggressive businessman named Glenn Curtiss begins building his own aircraft, using ideas the Wrights believe were stolen directly from their patents. What follows is not glory, it's years of brutal legal war. Lawsuit after lawsuit, deposition after deposition. Wilbur spends more time in courtrooms fighting for credit than he does in the sky he helped conquer. The stress is enormous. Friends and family later say it visibly ages him. In 1912, Wilbur travels to Boston for business. While there, he eats bad shellfish at a hotel. He contracts typhoid fever. He comes home to Dayton. He doesn't recover. On May 30th, 1912, Wilbur Wright dies. He's 45 years old. His family believes something else contributed to his death just as much as the illness itself: exhaustion. Years of legal battle had worn his body down long before the fever ever touched him. Orville is left alone to carry a legacy neither of them built for one person to hold. He eventually wins the patent war. Curtis is ruled against in court, but by then, the fight has taken years and neither brother will ever get back. Orville sells his shares in the Wright Company not long after. He never builds another aircraft company again. Instead, he spends the rest of his life quietly defending his and Wilbur's place in history. Catherine remains at his side for years, running the household, managing his affairs, exactly as she always had. Then, in her 40s, Catherine falls in love with a man named Henry Askell. Orville is furious. He feels abandoned, betrayed. He refuses to attend her wedding. He cuts off contact with the sister who spent her entire adult life supporting his and Wilbur's dream. Catherine writes to him, reaches out, tries to repair things. Orville doesn't respond. Not until years later, when Catherine becomes seriously ill with pneumonia. Only then does he finally travel to see her. She dies days after he arrives. Orville lives for decades afterwards, alone in the house they once shared, protecting his brother's memory, feuding publicly with the Smithsonian Institution over who truly deserved credit for the first flight. Two brothers changed how every human being on Earth would move through the sky. One died at 45, worn down by the fight to protect what he built. The other spent his final years isolated, estranged from the sister who made the whole thing possible in the first place. The Wright brothers didn't just give the world flight. They paid for it, in health, in family, in years they never got back. If stories like this, where triumph and tragedy share the same sky, pull you in, subscribe, because before every empire, there's a cost nobody puts in the history books.